going to try to walk through some of the basic kind of requirements and functions that the shoulder girdle, the shoulder blade and the arm should be able to do together. We talk about stability a lot, but I think for the purposes of our explanation, stability for us is going to be able to eliminate unwanted movement whilst allowing normal movement or desired movement to happen. So what we would want is for Jazz to be able to keep one bit still and move something else without things all joining together and compensating. So this series of exercises is really, really valuable for building a capacity for that and a tolerance for that and understanding for that. So this is going to be the basic position. So Jazz, we're going to bring your feet together, ankles together. We're going to encourage an element of tension in Jazz's bum and tummy the whole time. Not overly so, but just a little bit of awareness in the tummy and in the bum while she's doing this. What we're going to get Jazz to do is have the forehead on the floor. That's important. We don't want the head to be on the chin or the head lifted because it'll change what's working. We want the forehead down for this. Stage number one, Jazz. Once you're in this starting position with both arms and shoulders together, I'm going to get you to reach down as though you're trying to touch your feet with your fingertips. So I want you to kind of go down towards the bottom. Now, with that downward motion still in mind, I'd like you to very slowly, Jazz, bring both shoulders together. Just a little stop there. It's just a corrective position. So reaching down towards the shoes or socks, drawing the shoulders together as though there's a closed peg tightening up and holding you there. What I don't want to happen is for Jazz to overcook that and to squeeze everything so we get this big sausage thing happening here. That's too far. I want it just to be in what we would consider to be a neutral mid position, and she's going to stay here. Now, we often talk about some numbers which are numbers that we have just explored and from experience we found to be useful. So we normally encourage you to be able to hold this position without compensating. So that means without dropping the shoulder or moving around for at least a minute. You should be able to stay in that one position without having to move. Relax down. So stage two is slightly more difficult. So we're going to get Jazz to bring the shoulders up. And when she's doing this well, the arms are very relaxed. The triceps are still very relaxed because she's not using her arms. She's using the muscles around the shoulder blades, not these. Stage two is going to be lifting the hands off the floor a little bit. Now, of course, she's now going to have to use these arm muscles. There's no way around that. While the arms lift off, it's important the shoulders stay exactly where they were before the hands lifted off. Again, we'd be looking to try and attain a minute here without having to drop the arms or particularly drop the height of the shoulders to the floor. Relax down, Jazz, for a moment and recover yourself. Okay, stage three. Again, start with one, so we're reaching down for the socks. Setting the shoulders together is the terminology we tend to use. Lifting the hands off the floor. And now we're going to turn the palms of the hands to face the floor as well. And in doing so, we're just going to require more of the muscles around the shoulder to work hard, to rotate the shoulder as well as lift it off the ground. And Jazz will agree that it's much more difficult now than it was to start with. And she's going to try to hold this again for around about a minute mark. She's doing a really good job here of keeping the little finger close to the hips and not letting the arm drift away from the sides, which will happen quite regularly. Relax down. Try and gain some competency in stage 1, 2 and 3. It's a gateway exercise to what comes next.